And welcome back to the party on CHMR. We're back here with Matthew Hare, who just requested that Oasis song.
Of course.
A beautiful Oasis song.
Thank you very much. I do love me some Oasis.
And so you're back here on the party. It's been close to a year, I think?
Yeah, I think it's been probably just over a year or just around a year, something like that. Yeah. It's been a bit of a busy year for me, I guess.
Yeah, so I guess what's been going on since then?
After the last record kind of got put out, and I did my promotion and all that for that particular record.
Yeah.
I took a little bit of time off from playing and kind of sat in my room and wrote a couple more songs, that kind of thing. And I had enough for probably a full length, or getting close to a full length. Mm-hmm. But I felt like it was going to be a little bit more time before I was actually ready to kind of record everything for those. So kind of picked the best four, and went down and had a chat with Ian Foster, who produced this record.
Okay.
And kind of worked out some details to just do a quick 4-song EP. Mm-hmm. Kind of felt it was time to do something full band. So me and Ian had a talk, and we kind of discussed what would be best for the record and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And once we decided on time and place and all that kind of stuff, we kind of sat down, figured out everything, and now we have the Right Words EP.
Sounds good. So where did you guys record this EP?
We recorded it at Ian's home studio, actually. Mm-hmm. Which is where we actually recorded the last record.
Okay.
And it's always a pleasure working with Ian, and I've known him for a long while, so we kind of click once we get into the studio, you know what I mean? And
mm-hmm.
he knows kind of what I'm going for, so it's pretty easy to kind of sit down and hammer out a plan of what stuff is going to sound like, or if I play something and he might hear something, he'll know that I think it's going to be good for the record, you know what I mean?
Okay.
That kind of thing. So yeah, it's kind of a great pairing, and it's great for creativity, Mm-hmm. I know that it's one of those things where if I come up with something off the cuff, I can just say it to Ian, and Ian's like, he'll either shoot me down and tell me it's a terrible thing, or he'll go, yeah, that's a great idea, let's try that out, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so you had some other special guests on the EP as well.
Yes, I pretty much stole all of Ian's band for this record. Yeah, I stole Nick Coltis Clark, who plays the drums on this record, okay. And he started playing drums with me live lately too. Mm-hmm. We've got Brad Morgan, who's an old friend of mine. He used to play in a couple of bands that I used to play in. He's playing bass on this record. We've got Janice Campbell playing violin, and Jerry Stamp is also on there doing some harmonies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got quite a fine bunch.
Sounds good. Well, let's kick right into it right now.
Perfect.
This is Gone Not Gone. That was Matthew Hare there with Gone Not Gone off his brand new EP, The Right Words. So what can you tell us about that song in particular?
Gone Not Gone was actually inspired by a tweet from Joe Henry. Okay. He's a producer, and he's a musician. He's got some great records. But he actually tweeted on John Lennon's death, "Gone Not Gone," and that was his way of remembering, kind of thing. And I thought that was such a poignant way to say it, such a perfect way to kind of encapsulate what John Lennon meant. He's someone who's, he's no longer with us, but he'll always be with us because of what he stood for and the songs he wrote and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And that kind of got me thinking. And that song kind of came from there. When I first started writing that, I was actually kind of at a point where I had a little bit of writer's block, and that song was also a little bit of a way to kind of talk me out of that, to kind of write something that meant something to me, and kind of just stop second guessing yourself and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was kind of cathartic to get that one out of me. I'm really happy with how that sounds, and I'm pretty sure we put about 4 guitars on that.
Oh, wow.
There's way too much, but always go for excess. Yeah. That's the thing.
So, speaking of songwriting and stuff like that, how does the songwriting process go for you? I mean, are you like walking down the street and a chorus comes to you, or do you sit down and you take your time and you just hammer something out?
It's usually, like you say, the first thing. I'll be at work, or I'll be walking down the street, and something will come to me, either a line or an idea, something like that, mm-hmm. and thank God for the iPhone, because I just pop on the memo, record me singing very, very low so no one can hear me. I just don't look crazy while walking by the bus. Then I'll go home and just see if I can get anything to come from that. And I've got a big habit of actually writing a lot at night. I'm usually busy during the day and don't get a chance to kind of sit down with a guitar or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So, 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, I'm just getting ready to go to bed, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that song or that little hook or whatever. So I'll sit down with a guitar then and try and hammer out as much as I can. Mm. Yeah.
Sitting around, got some candles lit up, set the mood.
No, that's a different thing.
So next week you got EP release.
Yes.
At the Levee. What can you tell us about that?
I'm really looking forward to that, actually. Mm-hmm. Really excited to have the whole band playing with me. Mm-hmm. It's going to be Bandits is going to be opening up the show.
Okay.
Actually, just found out today. Mm-hmm. I'll be playing second, and we'll be playing everything off the EP. Okay. A couple songs off the old record from last year. And then we've got Sunny Trip closing out the night. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a great night.
Okay. What can you tell us about the next song we're going to play?
The next song, I do believe, is Not Alone.
Okay.
And Not Alone is kind of, it's a bit of a songwriter song in that you got to be careful with your words. And, if you're going to write a 3-minute pop song, you want to make sure that you get your point across. You haven't really got much time to waste. Mm-hmm. And it's that kind of thing about being in a relationship, and you want to make sure to kind of express to that person exactly how you feel. Okay. And sometimes, I love you doesn't seem like enough, what I mean? And, you just kind of want to get the right words to be able to say to that person and make sure they know exactly how you feel.
Okay. Here's Matthew Hare with Not Alone. We are back here on The Party on CHMR. I am your host, Warren Gordon, and we are here with Matthew Hare, who is going to sing us a song.
I would love to. This is If That's Not Love, and this is from the record. You can see it in her eyes, brother, that's love. You've seen it before, but it don't come around much anymore. You can hear her when she sings, and every word is for you. You count your lucky stars, just hanging out in bars just to be with you. But if that's not love, then I don't know what is. Give your heart, she'll give everything she has to give. Smile when she walks in the room. She's looking straight at you. There's nothing you can do except to fall apart. You can hear her when she speaks. She says those 3 simple words. You've heard them all before, but never they meant more than they do from her. Oh, and if that's not love, I don't know what is. Give your heart, she'll give everything she has to give. Oh, and if that's not love, then I don't know what is. Give your heart, she'll give everything she has to give. Give your heart, she'll give everything she has to give.
That was Matthew Hare with a song called Nervous off his brand new EP, The Right Words. And we just heard all of the tracks off of that EP.
That's correct.
It's a beautiful EP.
Thank you very much.
Where can people check it out next week?
It's going to be released digitally on February 11th.
Okay.
So you should be able to download that through iTunes or kind of any digital source you use to get your music, CD Baby or anything like that. And it should also be up on RDIO for streaming and Spotify and all those kind of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
And next week you have a EP release party.
That's correct. On Saturday, February 15th, we're going to be playing down at the Levee. It's going to be Bandits opening up the show. It's going to be me and the full band rocking out the new EP and a couple of older songs. And then we've got Sunny Trip closing out the night.
Okay. And where can people check out your Facebook and Twitter, that sort of thing?
You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Matthew Hare Solo.
Okay.
And on Twitter, you can find me and yell at me at Matthew_Hare.
And so you're going to leave us with one more here in studio?
Yes, I'll play one more song off my last record, which is this time last year.
Okay.
It was put out probably about a year and a half ago, give or take. And it's also currently available on iTunes, and you can also pick up a physical copy down at Fred's.
Okay, let's hear it.
And this is a song called Not Knowing. It's not knowing that's doing me in. It's these unanswered calls and awkward silences. And now I'm waiting by the phone, even though you're not at home. I'm just hoping that you're alone and not with another boy. It's not knowing that's got me this way, and my imagination's running wild each and every day. And now I'm waiting by the phone, even though you're not at home. I'm just hoping that you're alone and not with another boy. All right. That's doing me in. It's these unanswered calls, and now I'm waiting by the phone, even though you're not at home. I'm just hoping that you're alone and not with another boy. And I'll keep waiting by the phone, though I know you're not home. I'm just hoping that you're alone and not with another boy. And not with another boy. And not with another boy. I know you're with another
boy. Thank you very much, Matt, for coming in.
Thank you very much for having me.
And we'll see you around.
Excellent. You have a great day.
You too.